the target for every nation is to be here. So basically, when you are here, you are a developed nation and you are living an environmentally sustainable life. At the moment, if you look at these ones here, you'll see most of these countries are outside this green zone here, meaning the majority of the world is actually not living environmentally sustainable lives. Okay. So in terms of the diagram that we just looked at, you'll notice that there are 4 quadrants. This is the first quadrant, this is quadrant 2, this is quadrant 3, and this is the last quadrant. So if we look at this in terms of what we just discussed here, for quadrant 1, we know that the HDI is less than 0.8, meaning it is developing, and the ecological footprint is less than 1.5 hectares. This simply means that the group is not really meeting the present needs of the people, but on the plus side, it is not compromising the ability of future generations. Okay. So for South Africa, we are in quadrant 2. So here our human development index is less than 0.8, meaning that we are still a developing nation, but our ecological footprint, our average ecological footprint is greater than 1.5 hectares, meaning that most of us are environmentally unsustainable. Okay, so we are basically here. Okay, for the third quadrant, this group here is developed because the human development index is greater than this 0.8. On the negative side, their ecological footprint is greater than the 1.5, meaning that they are living environmentally unsustainable lives. Okay, so this one, the group is now meeting the present needs of the people, but on the downside, it is compromising the ability of future generations to meet their needs. Okay, and the last one, it's obvious, they are developed and also not environmentally unsustainable. Okay, now that we have all this information here, we are ready to begin with our assignment 7. So from the next slide, we are going to discuss the questions. So the information that is on this slide was taken directly from my UNISA, and it reads as follows. To set the scene for this assessment, we want you to first try and estimate your own ecological footprint. There are probably many ecological footprint calculators, but we suggest this one because the data used in the graphs you have just seen is sourced from the same site, okay? And then they provided you with this website. So I'll show you how to do this using this site because at the moment it does work, okay? Simply click on the link that you were given and it will take you to the website, okay? That is exactly what I'm going to do now, okay? Okay, so once you are on this site, the first thing that you must do is to click on this calculate your footprint. Okay, that is going to take you to this thing here. So it gives you the option to choose your language. I'm not interested in that, so I'm simply going to calculate my ecological footprint. Okay, so here, how often do you eat animal-based products? You simply answer the questions that they pose here, okay? So in my case, it's very often, okay? And then in terms of how much of the food that you eat is unprocessed, probably 10%, okay, somewhere around here. And this one, freestanding with running water. Even if you're not sure what freestanding stands for, okay, they're using brick and concrete. And how many people live in your house? Okay, so we are 10. What is the size of your home? Probably 260, somewhere here, okay. And then you don't have to be accurate when it comes to this, okay? It's just an exercise. Do you have electricity? Yes. How efficient is your home? Inefficient. Okay. What percentage of your comes from renewable? We're not interested in that. Okay. Compare your neighbor much more. Okay, so you just answer these questions here. How far do you travel by car or motorcycle each week? Not that far. Okay. Come on, I'm a tutor. Okay, I don't go anywhere. Okay. Okay, next. Okay. Uh, Efficient. Nah, just leave this as is. This one you don't have to do anything since you selected that you're not using a motorbike. Okay. When you travel by car, how often do you carpool? Okay. How far do you travel? I don't normally go anywhere. Let's say 22. This is just an exercise. How many hours? I don't fly. I don't have money. Okay. So once you get to see this information here, you need to write down the number of ads that they say you need. Okay, if everyone lived like me, we will need 7.3 ads. You need to write down this information, and then you proceed to see your ecological footprint. You see, my ecological footprint in this case, it's an 11.9. Okay, so you'll have a different figure depending on how you calculated yours. Okay, so that is all that you needed to do for this part. So let us proceed. Okay,